Hey, what's going on, everybody? Isaac here. Today, we got a nice big old knife for you all to check out. Today, we have got the Lengren Knives Dragon. Now, my buddy Gruggs over at Legion Tactical Cutlery just did a fantastic video on this knife as well. So I figured, you know what, I got to break mine out too, because they did send this to me to review and spread my thoughts on this knife for the world to hear. Now, we got a 7.5-inch blade of Sleipner steel here, and this knife's called the Dragon, so they put a nice dragon on there as well. We've got a black micarta handle. Let me bring this in here. Black micarta, if you can see here, I know the sun's kind of shining at us. Maybe we'll turn this way. Here we go. You can see it a little better. It's got this nice grooved etching in there. It's pretty cool. And the handle is like, it reminds you of like a sword or a dagger. And this is one cool battle blade. Now, Sleipner steel is known for being pretty tough. And I've tested a couple of other knives from this company, Lengren, in this Sleipner steel, and they've both been pretty fantastic. So I am sure this one is phenomenal as well. So it's got kind of these cool grooves on the top, just to add some pizzazz, I suppose. But you know, real cool. One piece of steel there. This guard is just you know, it's cut out from the blade stock. It's not like a pasted on bolster, you know what I'm talking about. So very cool blade. Let's see what it can do. Novice knife thrower, hardly ever do it. Well, folks, like I said, I'm a bit of a novice knife thrower. So a few throws, whacking and bouncing off the tree, and you know, no damage or breakage. I say so far, so good. Let's take a look at the sheath. We got black Kydex, pancake style. Holds a knife very securely, maybe a little too securely, because it's definitely on the more difficult side to get out, because there's not really it needs a thumb ramp here. It's got just like the edge of the sheath, which, you know, isn't really comfortable to push on to get this out, but obviously you can do it. But yeah, there could be a thumb ramp there. And it's also got this, you know, nylon strap here, buckle, that you could tie this down, make it more secure against your leg, so you're not flipping and flopping around. Get that a little tighter. So there's that, and we're in place, good to go to wherever you're hiking or going knife fighting. All right, let's try a little chopping. All right, so we made it all the way through that tree. That's pawpaw tree. Probably, I don't know, solid 2 inches thick there. Green tree with a Lengren dragon. Try a little more. I knew that was going to snap any second there. So pretty good chopper. So you went right through that. All right, so this is a fighting knife. So let's see if it can get through some bone. We got this old turtle shell here. Let's see. So we can stab into it. See the tip poking out there? And of course, it can chop right through it. Now, I'm not a biologist or anything, but human skull might be a little thicker than that. I don't know. But if you are fighting bad dudes with this, I'd say it can probably do the trick. So these Lengren guys, they're out of China. You can get these knives on Amazon, or I think AliExpress, they sell out of there. My buddy Gruggs has gotten some better prices on some of their products on AliExpress, shipped direct from China. So if you do like this knife, maybe check it out there, or it is on Amazon. I think it runs around 130 bucks, which for this steel, you know, this size and micarta handles, other companies that make stuff in this material, you're looking at double that. You know, stuff like Lion Steel, I think, uses a good amount of Sleipner steel. Maybe some other of the European makers. I believe even Shade Indonesia. I've seen Choir Boys review their Mac V SOG type knife, and he said that was Sleipner steel. So it's a great steel. Hard, good for edge retention, and it's also tough. So it's tool steel. We're not going to cut any cordage or anything on this knife today, because, you know, you saw it chop and whatnot. It's going to cut rope. And looks like it can do a decent job of feather sticking as well. If I get the edge on the stick there. I'm a terrible feather sticker. I don't really practice. It's not really my forte. Feather sticks, man. I suppose it's a good skill to have. It's a good way of, you know, your knife skill, using your knife up close and personal. Now this, of course, is a very green stick that we just chopped down with that tree. And these pawpaw trees, they grow like weeds down here. There'll be another 3 coming up where I cut that one in the spring. Because those seeds, their fruit falls, and those seeds, they're all over the place down here. You know, maybe that's what these grooves on the top for, to give you a little bit of jimping to do some push cuts like this and get yourself some feathers. So overall, this is a pretty solid knife. You can definitely take this out. I don't recommend throwing it, full disclaimer. These handle scales are a bit loose from throwing it. Now, I doubt it shows up on the camera, but these could be fixed, it looks like, with an Allen wrench. So I'm just gonna go home, give them a quarter turn, and we'll be good to go. Now, they're not loose like falling off, but you can hear, actually, maybe some of that last chopping tightened them back up. Because they're, no, they're still there, still a little bit loose, but they're not in danger of falling off. They're not that loose, but you can hear a, I don't know if you can hear, but I can hear a slight rattle, but I don't think that's too terrible, because you're not going to try throwing this knife into a hardwood tree half a dozen times like a dummy on YouTube does. And actually, I didn't really get a good close-up of that, but the tip on this is nice and thick too. If you want to pry, I think, you know, within reason, you can do some prying with that. Like, I just went a solid 1/4 inch into this log I'm sitting on and did some prying with it. That's nice and thick at the tip here. We've got a real nice edge, you know, secondary bevel. I believe this is a flat grind, you know. And actually, it's nice, with the chopping and stuff, that dragon etch did not come off at all. No damage to it. So it must be, it's not printed on. I think it actually is etched. So pretty cool. So this knife, cool for being cool for using it as a fighter, or keep it in your collection just to have a really sweet blade. Again, this is the Lengren Knives Dragon, and also check out my buddy over at Legion Tactical Cutlery's review on this. This is a little bit different. It has a brown micarta handle. So, black or brown, pick your poison. Check it out on Amazon or AliExpress. Take it easy. Till next time.